Thanks for being here. We're here with Ayodhya Kumar Krishnamsetti for Behind the Scenes. He's a director and producer of an award-winning film, Minugurulu. Thanks for being here.
My pleasure.
So can you tell just a little bit about the film? I think some people probably have definitely heard about the film here already because it's been in the press. But maybe tell a little bit about the film in your words. What is it about? What does it mean, first of all?
Minugurulu means the fireflies. It's about visually impaired community, students. There are real visually impaired children acted in it. It's like 40 real visually impaired children. It's about their problems and struggles in blind schools and hostels in India. And how they overcome it by themselves is the story. There are, visually impaired children acted in it along with Ashish Vidyarthi, Raghveer Yadav, Suhasini Maniratnam, major star cast, and international technicians like Russell Pokati, who got Oscar award, and Vivek Philip, music director from Bollywood, and cameramans and designer from United States, because I do have a team in Portland, Oregon, United States. So that's a little bit about Minugurulu.
శబ్దం మీద కొట్టండ్రా.
Okay, so firefly. What does firefly mean?
It's kind of subtext for visually impaired. Like fireflies means you can only see them in night, in dark.
Okay.
But they throw light on you. So it's like they can't see, but they throw light on you. So that's kind of subtext for visually impaired.
Okay, so they bring light, but that's very smart. So you mentioned you had an international team. So is this your first film, or have you done films?
I did go to USA in '99 and did my graduation. 4 years degree in filmmaking.
Okay.
And after that, I made a couple of short films, like 30 minutes, like The New Scarf is the first one. And after that, I made I'm Not a Chair. It's about a quadriplegic Indian guy who used to be a Bollywood dancer, Okay. So those are the 2 short films I made in United States. And after that, I did work in a national network like this, OPB channel, sister channel to PBS.
Okay.
For a few months.
There's a public broadcasting.
Yeah.
So it's like, would you say it's like Doordarshan?
Here? Exactly. As an assistant director for 6 months.
Okay.
And after that, I thought like, hey, I'm ready to go to mainstream, and came back to India in 2009 and started this film in 10.
Action!
ఆర్త హృదయం ఉన్న ఒక గొప్ప కథ.
భావావేశాలే కాదు, వ్యాపార దృక్పథం కూడా ఉంది.
మన తెలుగు సినిమా గర్వంగా చెప్పుకోవాల్సిన సినిమా.
చాలా హృదయంగా ఉందండి, చాలా చాలా బాగుంది.
It's a remarkable film.
ఈ ధృతరాష్ట్ర యుగంలో
ఇలాంటి అద్భుతమైనటువంటి ఆణిముత్యం రావడం అనేది చాలా గొప్ప.
చాలా మంది చూడవలసిన సినిమా.
Okay, so that's amazing that you had that many elements from both countries, from India and USA, in the technical and then probably your perspective too.
Right.
So then blind. So it's story about with blind children or about blind children. So did you were the children really blind in the film?
Yes.
Okay.
That's the. I mean, if you see previous visually impaired films, I mean, not just in India, even in any other part of country, normal, I mean, like sighted people act as visually impaired. But I thought like it's their story, you know, if they act, you know, it would be more apt and realistic.
Yeah.
And so I went to each and every school in 2 states like Telangana and Andhra Pradesh, every blind school and hostel, and did auditions. And some of them are really pretty good in acting, and they really wanted to prove something, and that could be acting, and this is a very good chance for them. And
Wow.
so I selected 40 people from different areas and different schools.
Okay.
And of course, there are a couple of sighted people as one guy as a protagonist and one girl as a opposite to him. So. But other than that, everybody is visually impaired, and it's a great opportunity for me to work with them.
That's amazing. And
కళ్ళు లేనోడివి నీకు ఉద్యోగం చెప్పించి నా కొడుకు ఎవడురా?
అమ్మాయిలు అందంగా ఉంటారా?
తాకినా తెలుస్తుందిరా, మెత్తగా ఒత్తుగా స్పాంజ్ లాగా.
నువ్వు ఎక్కడికి వెళ్తే అక్కడ అంతా నాశనం అంట.
నిన్న మొన్నొచ్చావు, విప్లవాలు లేవదీస్తున్నావు ఇక్కడ. నువ్వెంత డబ్బులిచ్చినా దొరకందొకటి చూపిస్తాను. చూస్తావా?
has there ever been a film made like that before, where they had actually the visually impaired?
No, not in India. I mean, there are like there is a Sparsh movie back in 70s. I think Nazaruddin Shah acted in it. The setup is blind school, but the story runs mostly between Nazaruddin Shah and Shaban Azmi. So
Okay.
a little bit of it, but not like really like 40 blind kids and protagonists and side characters. Not like this. I have seen some documentaries in Iran, and
Okay.
but not a feature film.
Okay, that's amazing. I know that there's cultural differences here and in U.S. and how people that have any handicap are seen. So has that impacted like your decision to make this?
Yeah, while writing, I had done extensive research in here, 2 states. But I
in India.
Yeah, in India.
Okay.
But I also did go to Perkins School for the Blind in Boston.
Okay.
And it's like Harvard for visually impaired in the US.
Yes. Yeah.
So then I could see the difference between both countries, not only in culture but also in their daily lifestyle and activities. For example, they do have laptops, and everybody has laptop, and of course if you see the ramps everywhere, even bus
for handicapped accessible.
So they are well equipped, and they are very well guided and secured, and but here if you see there are huge difference. Like even there are no audible traffic signals and
Yes, yeah.
basic needs. Forget about laptops, but those are the things we documented in this film, like what exactly they are going through for basic needs and all that. So the documentation is really important for me.
That's what I noticed too, is that awareness that the film brings to the conditions, physical, and also probably the attitudes too.
Right, absolutely. Yeah.
And then did they learn, there was a filmmaking, they were also filmmakers
Right.
in the movie too,
Yeah,
the children.
yeah, yeah.
So did they learn that? Did you teach them that? How did that come about?
Yeah, that's the high concept in the film that really turned me on to do this project. For that, I did go to Perkins School for the Blind because Kevin Bright, who is the executive producer for the famous TV series The Friends. Yeah,
Yes,
he
yeah.
teaches filmmaking there for blind students in Perkins School for the Blind.
Oh, okay.
So I went there, met him, learned how he is teaching, and the students, how they define the new visual grammar.
Right.
Like where is the light coming from, where is the camera, where is sound coming from. So they kind of define new visual grammar. Just not them, there are some directors, visually impaired directors in US. Even here, even in Mumbai, there are blind photographers are here. So I interacted with them and kind of made a story, and that's how the protagonist in our film makes a film among with the other.
Okay.
శబ్దం మీద కొట్టండ్రా.
Kids.
So a lot of work in more than a traditional film takes.
That's a high concept. This is the first time like any visually impaired looking into the camera and making a film.
Right.
So for that I did research, like did anyone ever make this kind of film? So I could only find one Iran film, like it's a documentary, like it's called Seven Blind Filmmakers or something like that. So, but it's a documentary, but I really liked even when I talked to Kevin Bright, he was planning a reality show on this, like visually impaired kids making short films and a competition on live. It didn't happen yet, but it's very interesting plot.
That's amazing. So this film also, you did reap some rewards for all this hard work too. Probably still more to come as well. But I definitely tell us about that journey. So it won several awards, was nominated for an Oscar.
Right.
So tell us.
So it was really complimenting and especially for uplifting for these kids, especially. The day we released in India, like Jan 24, 2014, we won National Best Indian Cinema Award in 9th Bangalore International Film Festival on the same day of release.
Wow.
So that was really happiest thing, and after that it did go to several festivals like Calcutta International and Lahore, and majorly like you said, Oscar. Like this year it got shortlisted for finalist. 2014 there are like 323 films in around the globe, like for Oscar final list, and this Minugurulu is one of them.
That's an amazing accomplishment out of thousands of films around the world, right? This is the one. And you mentioned earlier that when we were talking earlier that it was done from a U.S. perspective, not as an Indian film entrant too. So it's interesting that international appeal that the film has.
Absolutely. I mean, like Indian government every year sends only one film for best foreign category. Every country sends for that category, not for every category, like best picture or best director and other categories. But if you are eligible and if your film is eligible Oscar criteria in US release, in United States release, then you can compete for Oscar best category or any other category. So that's how we approached, and we released in USA in all eligible counties, in major chain theaters like Cinemark.
Yeah.
And they also go through the legal billing and all the credentials and everything, and we were qualified all those things, and so we got into finalist.
Wow.
ఒక ఆర్త హృదయం ఉన్న ఒక గొప్ప కథ.
It was a pleasure watching this movie. Different kind of an idea.
మంచిగా ఉంది.
Wow, that's amazing. So you've been traveling back and forth, to US and here. So right now you're back in India. So are you working on some other films similar to this, or what's next?
In Telugu, Telugu is a little bit limited as per genre or the audience, so I'm making few commercial films in Telugu, and then I want to go to Hindi and Los Angeles. So my future goal is like Hyderabad, Mumbai, Los Angeles.
Okay.
It's like
Great.
and I want to make more films like Minugurulu in Hindi, because it has like a national, international scope, and it has become global. Like if you, as you know, like a lot of Fox and other studios, they are making films in
Definitely,
Hindi,
yes.
in Hindi, and
Yeah, definitely, and they're crossing over and trying to appeal to the audience here internationally, and then as well, so definitely a growing niche.
Absolutely, and Gangs of Wasapur was one of the top 10 when it was released in United States.
Okay.
So Hindi film is becoming on top list. It's very. It has really become global.
And then I saw some mention of specific titles of film. Do you want to give anyone a sneak preview of some of the ones you're considering, or?
There is
Or
one
it's too
poster
early to discuss?
there is one poster we already released. Like it's called Pakka Commercial Cinema. The name is called Pakka Commercial Cinema. It means like a pure commercial film. That's it's a comedy. The genre is comedy, and there are other 2 scripts like romantic comedies in Telugu. So these are 3 scripts we have. One will go to the floor in next month.
Okay.
So we are excited about that.
Good. So let's see. Anything else that you want to share about your journey as an international filmmaker?
Yeah, there is. It's Hindi. If you take Hindi, as our roots are Telugu.
Yes.
But Hindi is already there.
Yes.
It has become, like I said, like their films are being released in 25 countries, and especially in United States. And when American film PK or if anything is short film is released, it's in like top list. We're competing with any Tom Cruise film or anything. In Regal movies. Hindi is already there, but we are not there yet.
Telugu.
So Telugu film is not there yet. So we're still as an Telugu-born international filmmaker. I'm still struggling that. I started my journey here, so I can't leave and go to Hindi. I'm ready to go there, and I would love to. But I want to make a couple of films here, and I want to see Telugu also becoming like that global, film like Hindi.
Right. Yes.
It might take some time, but eventually it has to, at certain point. So that's my goal. Like if Telugu, I would love to see Telugu, and I would love to make that contribution to Telugu film industry to make it global.
Yeah, you may be one of the bridges because you have lived abroad. You have lived in America, and you come back and forth, so you know how to appeal to both audiences, which
Absolutely.
is one of the key ingredients. And Women's Day is coming up soon, so do you have any ideas for stories or any inspiration for that audience? Women?
Absolutely. Actually, last week I heard like 2 scripts. Both are woman-oriented. Protagonist is woman.
Okay.
That guy, very good writer. He wrote exclusively one for Swati, and they are like, and there is one novel I recently read, and which about like a woman as a protagonist. It's like a Kill Bill, like here in Andhra.
Okay. Oh, really? Okay.
But I recently got 3 scripts where woman as a woman protagonist.
Oh, really?
And,
okay.
and I would really love to make them, because that's
okay.
it's time. I mean, we previously we used to get more films like that. I don't know why it has become now in Telugu like we are not making more films as female protagonists.
Okay. Used to be maybe in like, what are you saying, 50s? And
no,
60s,
even
or?
I mean 90s, like
Okay.
Ramulamma, Ose Ramulamma, and
Okay.
Pratigatna, Ankuram. They're all woman-oriented films. But now I got like 3 scripts, and I'm excited about that.
Okay. Great.
శబ్దం మీద కొట్టండ్రా.
So about the women's focused films, so the cultures are changing everywhere in the world, and how would a director or producer think of right now with the current psyche in India? We've seen India depicted in a negative light, right, in Delhi, the incidents there, especially abroad, but there are a lot of other positive things here too. But how could, and media is a powerful way to influence behavior and awareness in people. So how would you as a director and for producers also suggest stories and also ways that people collectively could receive them in a positive way? And embedded in entertainment,
Right.
of course, too.
Yeah, I mean there are. We do have several stories already written as a form of novel or other. Okay. I mean we do have stories which encourages and uplift women empowerment, but people are not making those stories as films. That's one thing. Like the other thing is, like in Hindi, they already making more films as a woman film. I mean, female protagonists like Kahani, and which got national award, and we have to write and make those kind of films as a female protagonist like Kahani, and I mean, not only as a protagonist, but also addressing the problem you mentioned, like in Delhi, those kind of stories, and her addressing those problems might throw light,
Okay, great.
And directors like me should come forward to direct those kind of films, and
Yeah, exactly. And also you mentioned they should also, people that are interested in funding or co-producing or whatever, actually see the commercial value in these films too.
Yeah, absolutely. And there, I mean, like I mentioned, like if producers, executive producers, and like Ekta Kapoor and Guneet Munga, we have in Bollywood we have more female producers who are in the main league.
Right.
So we should, in Telugu also, we should get main league producers, female producers. Then automatically they we'll get more female protagonist films.
Okay. Do you want to say anything for our audience, lifestyles viewers who are mostly abroad and here, that are more of a global audience?
Sure, absolutely. I mean, the name itself tells everything. Like I really like the name. Like it tells like it's like almost like global name. Like lifestyle in 2 states. Like you have a channel like Batkama channel, and there's 2 states cultures, which is regional cultures, and as well as You are also planning international culture.
Yes.
I mean,
Mm-hmm.
which are rooted here.
Yes.
So
Yeah.
it's really amazing, and I wish all the best to Lifestyles channel.
Thank you. Thanks.